Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we are currently defending this base here. There are multiple lances that have dropped in. There's a light lance over here that we're just kind of ignoring and hoping that our allies deal with. There's a heavy lance over here that we are moving in to deal with. There is an Orion here and a Thunderbolt here. The other two are mediums that we don't really care about. But the Orion and the Thunderbolt, for the Orion, for sure, I'm pretty sure that we are at 4 out of 5 parts for an Orion. And I think we're at a similar-ish level for Thunderbolt, like 3 maybe? Something like that. So we could theoretically walk away from this with 2 heavies if we play our cards right. But we've only got 6 rounds to take them out. So we need to get closed in over here as quick as we can. And we are going to, I think, fire on the Orion here with our LRM-20. This is just a little bit of armor shred. Only 5 damage there. That's fine, but not great. We have managed to take out the Vanguard, and we're now closing in here with our faster-moving mechs. So let's see what they do with the rest of their Phase 17. That'll be this Phoenix. It jumps. Fires on our close-in Centurion. That's probably completely acceptable. There is a sensor impairment there, which isn't great, but we should be fine. Our friend the Goblin moving in, firing on that Locust, and doing a whole lot of nothing at all. Perfect. Just what we always wanted. The Orion moves now. It's closing in. Firing with its LRM at the Hunter. We really don't care about that. Our allied Centurion closes in and fires on that Locust. Does a little bit of damage. I guess that's fine. That Locust armor is getting pretty thin. The Gladiator closes in a little bit, and it looks like the Gladiator is making to go this direction. We can probably intercept that with our slower moving mechs like the Hunchy and the Centurion down over this way. Panther firing on that building there, only getting 10 damage in. That's solid. More damage to that Locust, but not much. They've got 2 Phase 14 movers now. And let's see what they decide to do here. The Panther moves up. Fires on that point defense. Gets some damage down. Okay. Now what? Who else do they move in Phase 14? Well, they're thinking about it. The Shadow Cat. That building's starting to take a beating. Okay. The Goblin moves down, fires on the Shadow Cat, gets a little bit of damage in there.
Standing by.
Our Hunchback is going to continue moving down the road here. Our heat is building up. That's for sure. And we are, I think, going to fire on... What's the hit odds on that Orion? 9.2%, 9.2, 9.2, 9.2. Yeah, that's all we've got. I think we're going to sink heat this round on this Hunchback. That's 15 more damage to that Locust. That's a whole lot of nothing, although there was 1 hit there. That Locust can't take much more of this. Okay, so they have a mover in Phase 22, and who is that? We don't know just yet. It's currently considering where it wants to go. Firing on that large corporate building. Okay. So it was the Locust, that's fine.
Receiving you.
At this point, I'm just thinking here. We've got the Clint and the Wolverine. I think we send the Wolverine down this way, and we send the Clint up over here. So we'll position here with the Clint. And I would love to fire on that Phoenix. I think we don't fire the Rocket 20 at this time. That said, the Phoenix does have the exposed center. Let's do it, just to get it out of here.
Firing all weapons.
Nothing hit the exposed center.
I'm out of SRMs.
Well, that's unfortunate. Deeply unfortunate there. We do have a full lance coming in over here, though, and so, yeah, that'll be fine. So, at this point, our stealth is going to close all the way in over here. We're going to take cover here.
Got it.
We do have the ability to fire on the Gladiator at this point. We're going to, I think, fire on the Phoenix. Or we could also fire on the building the Phoenix is standing on to knock it down off of that building. If we stray shot, we could theoretically hit the center arc of that Phoenix. Let's give it a go.
Affirmative.
That was not the building I selected. I swear that wasn't the building I selected. Well, that's exciting. The Wolverine is going to sprint its way over here, but mostly sink heat. It desperately needed a heat sink turn.
Orders.
The Chameleon is going to close in over here, once again protecting its right side. And that is going to go for this building. This is the correct building, right? I think so. Yes.
Target acquired.
There we go. So that's a knockdown of that Phoenix, taking massive fall damage. He did not get reserved back a phase, unfortunately. So he just jumps up onto another building, goes for the stealth, and hits nothing. Okay. That's fine. The Gladiator closes in, does not fire. Now I think they're working on the Orion, is my guess. We need to get more closed in here, though, that's for sure. That's the Shadow Cat, actually. Firing on that automatic point defense. It does some damage to it, but it does not destroy it. Okay.
Aye, aye.
So at this point, our J Centurion is going to position here. We're going to sprint up. We're going to fire on that Phoenix with our precision ammo. We're looking for the kill. We hit nothing there. Absolutely nothing that was important. It is now unsteady, that Phoenix. That was some internal damage there. That's nice. Who else moves? The Centurion. Fires on the Locust, does a little bit more damage, but that's extremely small amounts of damage going out over there.
Commander.
So our long-range Centurion is going to make its way down over this way. We're going to continue firing LRMs at this Phoenix in hopes that we take out that CT.
Firing on target.
Not what we needed. The Orion moves up, fires on our Hunter. Sure, we don't care.
Orders.
Our Hunchback is going to continue to step forward over here. And we're going to continue to drop missiles on this Phoenix.
Acknowledge.
We just can't get what we need. Oof. That Thunderbolt is running around over here. That's fine. Phase 15 is going to be... The Orion already moved. It's going to be these guys over here. Yeah, this Panther. Firing on this building. This building's got to be getting pretty low. And what else are they going to do? This Panther is going to come over here and fire on that same building. The building is definitely getting low. Let's see what our allies decide to do. Goblin peeks its head out, goes for this Panther. Gets a decent chunk of armor off there. That's fine. Hunter going for the Locust. Only doing 5 damage, but that Locust doesn't have that much left. Only 4 damage onto that Panther. Machine guns onto the Locust, not really doing much. That, however, was a lot of damage internally. More damage to that Panther, but that's all just superficial armor damage. Okay, phase 25. Let's see who moves. It's going to be the Locust. It could go for the kill on that point defense, and that's probably what it should do, or the kill on this building. That's 79 HP, though, still on that building, so... Yeah, it's closing in up over this way. Actually, it's kind of dipping out of combat. Sure.
Standing by.
So, our Clint is going to close in over here.
Confirmed.
We are still going for this Phoenix. Do we accept this overheat? Yes.
Locked on. Critical hit, Commander.
Man,
I'm taking heat damage.
we're just not really able to kill that Phoenix in a timely manner, are we? I think the stealth is going to continue to close in on this Phoenix. We're going to sprint up to here.
Pedal to the metal.
Finish him. We need this Phoenix dead.
Uh-huh.
That's going to be a knockdown.
Yeah, critical hit.
Okay. That takes out his torso. This guy is still in the fight. That is insane. Panther firing on that building. Getting a whole lot of nothing. We'll allow it.
Standing by.
The Chameleon moves in to here. We're still trying to protect our right arm.
Confirmed.
Now, I'm assuming that we can kill this Phoenix with indirect fire. We're now starting to focus on chipping through the frontal armor of this Orion. Decent damage there. We'll see what our allies do here. Really? On the Orion? The Phoenix is right there. Like, seriously. Fire that LRM-5 at the Phoenix if you're going to fire over here. Otherwise, probably fire at the lights. But, okay, if that's what they want to do. Our bonus is probably gone, by the way. Of course, not if this guy does that. That point defense turret is still alive, although not very.
Standing by.
Okay, our Centurion J is going to position here.
Roger.
We're going to fire on the Orion. He only has the one evasive pip, so we're going to fire standard ammo. That was solid armor strip. That's what we want to see. Yes, fire on that Phoenix. No major damage in there, but additional internal damage.
Good to go.
Our Wolverine is backing off over this way to intercept this Gladiator,
On the move. Full
and we're going to continue heading down that route. Okay, they have two Phase 17 movers, the Gladiator and probably the Thunderbolt. The Gladiator backed off a little bit, but did not fire on us, which is certainly intriguing. That's the Panther, okay. Firing on that point defense, it does finish it off. And that's fine. That's a waste of their turn. Phase 16 allied turn. The Goblin moves out. Fires on the Phoenix. Does literally nothing. Okay. The Orion steps forward. Hits the Chameleon pretty hard there. That was expected, though.
Not much armor left in that location.
Yeah, you were kind of
I'm
bait,
receiving
buddy. So the Hunchback is, at this point, going to step forward a little bit more, and we are dropping our Artemis missiles on this Phoenix. I want this Phoenix dead now, and I don't want right leg. I want CT.
Confirmed.
There we go.
Enemy down.
That took way too long to kill that Phoenix. The Goblin is just going to sensor lock over there and then fire on the Shadow Cat. Okay. Not tremendously relevant there.
Awaiting orders.
At this point, our long-range Centurion is going to move up,
Move order confirmed.
and we're going to lob a few missiles on this Orion.
Target locked.
That's a nice structure exposure there, actually. That was very solid. Is that in the arm? I'm unclear where that actually is. 5 more damage to that Locust. It can't take that much more. Yeah, those turrets are just gonna go a little bit ham here. As well they should. That Panther took a lot of damage there. We like that. Okay.
Ready for orders.
At this point, our Clint moves in. Is this moving in for the kill?
Got it.
Not necessarily. Our Clint is overheated, so this is mostly just going to be armor strip here off of the Orion. Solid armor strip, though. Okay. Firestarter jumps, goes for that Panther. We're okay with that. It did miss everything, though. We only have 3 rounds until reinforcements. Keep that in mind. We need to eliminate the Orion and the Thunderbolt very quickly here. Killing that Phoenix took way too long. It shouldn't have taken that long. We got pretty unlucky there. Really, shooting at the Goblin? That I'm completely okay with.
What can I do for you?
The stealth, I would like to... It's broken LOS, but this is rear arc on that Thunderbolt,
Got it. Max speed, no shooting.
which I kind of like. I think that we don't fire the heavy laser here.
Here it comes.
We just go for a bit of a rear arc poke on that T-Bolt, like that.
Standing by.
And our Wolverine, it is going to come in over here.
Full speed, no
And its
target.
primary goal is to go after that Gladiator, although we have a good arc to attack the Orion here. And I'm going to take it.
Acknowledged.
SRM ammo explosion. Magnificent.
Hostile eliminated.
So the Orion is now down. I don't know how much damage that actually did to it, but I believe we only needed 1 Orion part, which we should definitely have 1 Orion part left there. The Panther moves up. Goes for the standard LRM turret. We don't care about that. It can do that all it wants.
Standing by.
We are going to step in with our long-range Centurion here. Or are we going to jump to see if we can get some direct LOS? We can't. So we're going to position here with our long-range Centurion. We're going to fire side arc on this Gladiator. We're going to fire the tag as the priority here. That was some very solid damage there.
Target's taken a critical hit.
So that Gladiator is currently low. And let's see what else these guys decide to do. The Panther is going to move over and not shoot. That I like quite a lot. Okay. Who else is moving in phase 19? The Shadow Cat. Goes for the standard LRM turret. Sure, we don't care about that. That's
I'm here.
great. At this point, the close-in Centurion, I honestly think, comes over this way to help deal with that T-Bolt. Now, we can't get into LOS just yet, but that does unjam our AC-20 Midran, which is perfect. The Chameleon is going to walk on over this way, protecting its right-hand side,
On the move.
and attacking the Gladiator with everything it's got.
Roger.
Very solid there. Phase 16, we'll see what our allies do. The Goblin attacks this Locust and actually gets an arm destruction. We'll allow it. Thunderbolt decides to move, base plant into the wall, and go for our Clint. Sure.
Reporting minimal damage.
I don't care about that. Our friend the Hunter is going for the Gladiator there. Only getting 15 damage in, but that'll do. The Centurion going for that Locust, doing very little. The Gladiator moves now. We'll see what its choice is. It decides to engage the Chameleon. And that's fine.
I await your command.
That is completely okay. The Hunchie is going to come over here. I don't believe we need its help over there any longer. As far as these guys go, hit odds are actually okay on the Panther. So we're going to go for the Panther. Get some damage in there. We actually got a head hit there too, so that's nice. Goblin firing on that Locust and doing literally nothing. That, however, was a torso destruction. The Locust is now unsteady, which means that that is a very, very dead Locust if they decide to focus it. But they're going after the Shadow Cat for reasons.
Waiting for
Okay.
orders.
So at this point, the Clint is also going to join us up over this direction. Phase 22, they're firing on the Gladiator. That's irrelevant. I wish that they wouldn't do that. Phase 21, let's see who moves here. Probably the Flea, if I had to guess. Who's moving? I hear somebody moving. Actually, it's a Locust, not a Flea. Okay. That's fine.
Waiting on you, Commander.
So, our stealth is going to position out in this side arc over here, I feel like.
Got it.
And we're going to hit this guy with everything we've got side arc.
Time to die.
That's a whole lot of side arc damage. Nice.
Waiting for orders.
Our Chameleon is just going to dip back into this cover here and turn like this.
Move order received.
We're going to pot shot at this Gladiator what we can, but this is a little out of range for our Chameleon. Actually, 25 damage into that exposed leg. That's not bad.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
Nice.
Standing by.
Okay, so our J Centurion is going to close in as much as it can on this Thunderbolt. This is actually
Acknowledged.
still side arc here, and this is wonderful. Hit him hard. That's a leg destruction.
Scored a critical.
So that's a knockdown. He took another 50 damage from that knockdown. Centurion firing on that Shadow Cat, not really doing anything of use there. That's completely irrelevant to us. The Shadow Cat backs off a little bit, fires on the LRM turret. That's fine. Starting to look like we might get our bonus unless they decide to, you know, wise up a bit. We'll see if they do. We're going to position our Wolverine, I feel like, perhaps over here? I don't know. I feel like that's in the line of fire for our long-range Centurion, but
Roger.
let's light him up. That's a leg destruction, so that's a knockdown on that Gladiator, so we shouldn't, in theory, have to worry about the line of sight. Panic level critical. He may actually eject from this knockdown. He did not. The Goblin fires on the Shadow Cat. Does a little damage to it. That's fine. So at this point,
Aye, aye.
this is our close-in Centurion. We're going to position here. Or, no, this is our long-range Centurion. We're going to position here. We're going to go for the kill on this Gladiator.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
And that's a Gladiator kill.
Hostile eliminated.
Perfect. The Goblin moves up, goes for that Locust. It doesn't do anything of note. And who are they going to move in phase 15? It's going to be one of their lights. It's going to be this Panther. He closes in, fires on the building that has full health. Like, they could have killed this building, but okay. They're just not focusing their fire. I guess they want us to get our bonus. If that's the case, I'll take it. Absolutely. This Panther moves up, fires on that same building. So it's not going to destroy the building. They're damaging that Shadow Cat. They're not doing a tremendous amount to it.
Waiting for orders.
The Hunchback is going to close in over here. This is our final round of LRMs, so let's make them count. 22% is, I think, our best hit odds here. 5.4, 13.4, 15.6. Yep. Okay. Let fly. That's some decent damage to that Panther. I like it.
Out of LRM. I'm generating a lot of heat here, boss.
Oh, I'm aware. Structure exposure on that Panther. Structure exposure on the Shadow Cat. Okay, so now the Thunderbolt gets up. And we'll see what he decides to do here. Backs off a little bit and doesn't fire.
I hear ya.
And turns his back to us.
No sweat.
This is just free. So he has basically no rear armor now.
Want some more? Huh?
Yeah, he has no rear armor other than in this leg and arm.
Aye, aye.
The Chameleon is probably not really able to do much of anything here. I think we'll just sprint up over this way just in case, but this is the final round. Firestarter jumps, fires on that Shadow Cat, does solid damage to it, but it doesn't kill the Shadow Cat. The Wolverine is going to turn around and position here, where we have LOS to just squeak in a shot at that Shadow Cat with the binary laser. This is a pot shot, unlikely to hit. Yeah, we don't hit. I mean, if we had another 5 rounds, we would end up winning this, for sure. Like, these guys are almost taken care of, as is. So the Locust moves up, fires on the Hunter. That's irrelevant. Completely and totally.
Commander.
Wonderful. Our Clint is, of course, at this point, going to step up to here,
Confirmed.
where we can also shoot at this Thunderbolt. Light him up.
Got the angle.
Is that another knockdown?
I think I hit.
That's another knockdown. Okay. I actually would have preferred that we didn't knock it down there, but okay, that's fine. We're just going to move in here with our in-close Centurion. Oh, pilot incapacitated. Fantastic. That's perfect then. We'll get what we can from that in terms of salvage. And then as far as this over here goes, I mean, we'll just let them move a bit. They're shooting at that LRM turret. Like, that's completely fine. We don't care about the LRM turret.
Commander.
At this point, our long-range Centurion is... If we were to jump up top of this building, would that be useful? We can't make it on top of the building. Okay. We'll just position over here and fire our LRMs at whatever we have the best hit odds on. 23.8, 16.5, 12.1, 16.5. Okay. It's going to be this Panther. This is into its weak side arc. Nice, we took out the PPC.
Scored a critical hit.
We'll definitely take that. Our friend the Centurion firing on that Locust and doing very little there. Okay, this is kind of moment of truth as to whether this building survives or not. They went for the standard LRM turret. They did destroy it, but we don't care. Goblin firing on that Locust, not doing anything at all. Okay, what else do they have? Panther. On a fresh building. Okay. It seems they really, really want us to get our bonus. I'm fine with this.
I'm your spaniel.
Well, Mr. Spaniel, you don't have any missiles, so... Some decent damage to that. And they're just going to continue firing over here. I like how these guys haven't managed to kill a single enemy unit over here. Honestly, their target priority's been pretty weird. But there we go. We don't care about getting the salvage from those lights, so that's fine. I prioritized it the way I did for a reason. So let's see what we get from salvage here. We should finally, at long last, have a heavy. 371 KC bills, sure. The Chameleon will require a little bit of repairs. That's fine. Okay, let's see here. Orion part? Yes. Absolutely. 2 Thunderbolt parts. Actually, 4 Thunderbolt parts. We'll take it. I'm more interested in the heavy parts right now than I am in any of this other stuff. We'll confirm that. And we got a lot of parts there. We did get an AP Gauss rifle. That's nice. Large laser, sure. We'll sell that. We have 5. Machine gun, we have 7. SRM 2. Engine core 215, we'll keep. Engine core 360, that's a good one. Engine heatsink plus 2, we'll keep that around. AC-10 ammo, we don't have any of that. And Infernal SRM ammo, we'll keep that as well. Well now, that's very solid. Can we make a mech out of that? I think we can make at least 1, perhaps as many as 2. I believe we had 4 Orion parts. I could be wrong about that, but I also believe we had at least 1 Thunderbolt part. We're going to find out here in a moment. Well, Yang, how much are you going to charge us to repair this? It won't be very much. We didn't take all that much damage, in all honesty. Any moment now, Yang. There we go. Fantastic. Yes, go ahead and get that started. 25k. And let's hop into the mech bay here. Into the storage. Okay, we only had the 1 Orion part. I misremembered that. Did we have any Thunderbolt parts? No. Well, now we do. I guess we're just that much closer to getting heavies. I did think that we had enough, but I was wrong. Misremembered. We are getting quite a collection of heavy mech parts, though. And very, very soon, we will be able to make one. Sure, these are primitive. They'll be more expensive to bring up to spec, but that's fine. For now, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I'll see you all next time when I guess we're going to keep fishing for heavies. Oh boy. We're so close now. We are so close.